Imagine waking up in an ice bath, your body aching, only to discover a scar that wasn't there before. A terrifying concept, isn't it? This is the chilling scenario often painted in the urban legend of organ theft. The narrative is sinister and dramatic, suggesting that unsuspecting victims are rendered unconscious, only to awaken in a strange location, missing an organ. This fear-inducing image, regardless of its lack of factual grounding, has been etched into our collective consciousness thanks to its widespread portrayal in media and pop culture. From spine-chilling horror films to gripping crime novels, the trope of organ theft has been exploited time and again, its eerie allure captivating audiences worldwide. This dark myth, however, is largely that, a myth. The reality of organ transplantation is far too complex to allow for such crude methods of organ extraction. Yet the myth persists, its shadow looming over our society, coloring our perceptions and feeding our fears. But where did this chilling myth originate? Let's delve into its roots. The year is 1994, and a news story is about to spark an urban legend that continues to haunt us today. A man, in a desperate act of financial redemption, sells his kidney. This singular act, reported widely, plants the seed of a chilling narrative, the myth of organ theft. This tale quickly captures the public's imagination, spreading like wildfire. The horrifying image of the unsuspecting victim waking up in a bathtub full of ice, bereft of a kidney, becomes a staple of late-night horror stories and urban legends. It is a narrative that thrives on our deepest fears, the violation of our physical sanctity, while we are at our most vulnerable. As the story spreads, it evolves, taking on a life of its own. From a simple act of self-sale, it morphs into tales of forced organ harvesting, coercion, and even war crimes. The myth grows in the shadows, feeding off the public's fear and fascination, becoming bigger and darker with each retelling. While this myth took hold of the public's imagination, the reality of organ theft is far more complex. Organ transplantation isn't as simple as just cutting and stitching. It requires a level of medical expertise that makes actual organ theft highly unlikely. Let's take a closer look at why this is. Organ transplantation is a complex process that requires more than just a pair of skilled hands. It involves an intricate dance of compatibility tests, ensuring that the donor organ matches perfectly with the recipient in terms of blood type, tissue type, and a host of other factors. A mismatch can lead to organ rejection, a potentially fatal event for the recipient. Moreover, the process of transplantation itself is no walk in the park. It requires a sterile environment to prevent infection, a team of trained medical professionals to handle the delicate procedure, and specialized equipment to keep the organ viable. And let's not forget the ticking clock. Once an organ is removed, there's a very limited window to transplant it into a new body. These complexities make it improbable for organ theft to occur in the manner often depicted in popular culture. However, this hasn't stopped the spread of some disturbing real-life incidents. While the ice bath scenario may be a myth, the world has witnessed some dark instances of organ trafficking. Take, for instance, the Gurgaon kidney scandal in India. It was a horrifying case where unsuspecting individuals were lured into a web of deceit, only to have one of their kidneys stolen from them. The perpetrators were not shady individuals in dark alleyways, but professionals in white coats, exploiting the vulnerable for their nefarious gains. Across the globe, in the heart of Europe, accusations of organ theft have also surfaced in Kosovo. Allegations of war crimes involving forced organ removal sent ripples of shock and disbelief around the world. Perhaps the most chilling are the claims coming from China. It's been suggested that Falun Gong practitioners and political prisoners are being subjected to forced organ harvesting. If true, it's a horrifying abuse of human rights on an unimaginable scale. These cases serve as a stark reminder of the dark and disturbing side of organ trafficking. The myth of organ theft has had a profound impact on society, shaping our perceptions and fears. As we delve deeper into the shadows of this myth, we find its tentacles reaching far and wide, influencing our views and understanding of science, medicine, and perhaps most alarmingly, organ donation. In the realm of popular culture, particularly science fiction, the concept of organ theft has found a fertile ground to flourish. It's been woven into the narrative fabric of numerous stories, creating a chilling backdrop of desperation and violation. These narratives, while thrilling, can distort our understanding of the intricate and complex process of organ transplantation. Moreover, the perpetuation of this myth has cast a dark shadow over the noble act of organ donation. It's led to skepticism and fear, potentially deterring would-be donors. This is a disconcerting consequence, considering the countless lives that could be saved through organ transplantation. As we unravel the threads of this dark myth, we are left with a chilling reminder of the lengths some will go to in their quest for survival.